Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am the unbeatable, unforeseeable, inconceivable Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you so much. Yukon Socket. Tell your mother. So I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on Magic GG on the Platinum Mythic list. Currently it's called Platinum Mythic Simic. I'm thinking this thing is Platinum Simic Midrange. Let's just call it that, Midrange. And I'm hoping for the best. Seeing that it came off the Platinum Mythic list, I'm assuming it's a good deck. I'm assuming it's probably a competitive deck. It had to be able to get that far. So let's take a look at the cards. We'll see, try to figure out how it works, and then we'll take it out and see how well it really works. At the low end, we've got Fading Hope. So there we go. We have the ability to bounce. Luckily, we can play it offensively to eliminate somebody's creature temporarily, or we can play it ourselves to save ourselves, one of our creatures, from some sort of grisly demise. Good news if the creature that we got rid of is a mana value of 3 or less, we get a scry as well. Commune with the Spirits for 1 green. Let's look at the top 4 cards of your library, reveal an enchantment or land card, and put it into your hand. The rest go on the bottom of your library. Joint Exploration allows you to scry 2 and then draw a card. If you kick it with an extra green, if you have a land card in your hand, you could put it straight into the battlefield. So ramp. Bite Down, we got 2 of those in here. It costs you 2 mana, but target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to a target creature or planeswalker you don't. I like this better than fighting, because in fighting, that other creature deals damage back to the creature that is dealing damage. And I don't necessarily need to lose something. That's not cool. Llanowar Loamspeaker. This guy is space awesome. He is a 1/3, so he's got a huge old butt for only 2 mana. Plus, you could tap him to add 1 mana of any color, which is fantastic, right? Plus, if you don't need that mana, you could target land you control. Becomes a 3/3 elemental with haste until the end of the turn, and it's still a land. So so that means if you don't want to attack with this guy, you can just tap him, and then one of your lands becomes a 3/3 hasty dude, kind of like a vehicle, you know. So anyways, we got ramp. What do we got right here? We got Deathbloom Gardener. Only one of them, but it's a 1/1 for 3. That's kind of rough. But it's got, add 1 mana of any color, which is good, and Death Touch, which is also good, because that means that this could be a great blocker that people are going to be worried about coming at you on. And then while you're sitting there, blocking or not, you could use it for ramp. Fight Rigging only costs you 3. Without Luminarch Aspirant around, Fight Rigging is our new go-to. When it comes into play, at the beginning of combat on your turn, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. If you control a creature with a power of 7 or greater, you may play the exiled card without playing its mana cost. Exile comes from Hideaway 5, where you take a look, as it comes into play, you look at the top 5 cards of your library, you pick 1 permanent and put it under Fight Rigging, at which point when you have a creature with a power of 7 or greater, you get whatever it is that you had exiled. And believe it or not, usually it's pretty good, whatever it is. Yeah, it's like, for some reason, like Titan of Industry almost always comes out at that situation. I don't know why. He likes going underneath Fight Rigging. Jeweled Thief. So this is, when it comes into play, you get a treasure token. So there you go. It's a bit of a ramp. It's not a permanent ramp, but it's just something that will get you there, right? But it's a Vigilant Trample 3/3 for 3. Even if it didn't do the treasure token, it would still be well worth playing. Vigilance and Trample and 3/3 for 3 is so good. Topiary Stomper. Now, this is a card that looks like it should be so awesome. People love it. It's so much nothing for such a long time. The only time you can play this well is in a ramp deck where you're putting out lots of lands. Because for 3, essentially this just puts out a land. That's what you're doing. And then it's a promise for a creature. But the problem is that you can't do anything with that creature until you have 7 lands. As soon as you have 7 lands, then suddenly you can do something. The thing you can do with it, though, is you can use Bite Down to do 4 points of damage from the Stomper onto something else. So that's a nice combo that works well. Allows you to use your Stomper for something before it actually becomes an attacking or blocking creature. We got Inventive Iteration. So some blue. What are we going to do? Well, the first thing it can do is it can return one target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand. So bounce, number 2. Return an artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. Well, you know what we don't have in here? Artifacts. So therefore, we can't. And since we can't, we're going to draw a card. So we got card draw on turn 2. Number 3, we transform it into the Living Breakthrough, who's a flying 3/3. That's pretty awesome. We got a flying creature, actually. And 3/3 is pretty decent. Whenever you cast a spell, your opponents cannot cast a spell with the same mana value as that spell until your next turn, meaning your turn and their turn, they cannot do that. Anything that costs the same mana value. Now, it's going to be kind of weird, but you do have a lot of mana, but trying to figure out what it is that they want to cast and then trying to cast a dude that will cast the same amount of mana. But, maybe you'll get lucky, right? Ulvenwald Oddity. So you got a 4/4 for 4 with Trample and Haste. Fantastic, right? Even more so, if you got 7 mana, which you will have sooner than later, you can transform him into an 8/8 Trample Haste. It is a glorious anthem, giving all of your creatures +1/+1, and they'll have Trample and Haste. So, yeah, that is fantastic. I remember this guy used to be the big heavy in multiple decks, and yet we have cards even heavier than him. All right, next up, Defiler of Vigor. Man, this guy is so good. I'm just going to say that kind of stuff over and over again. He comes out, he's a 5, and you get a 6/6 and Trample. That is so underpowered. Under mana costed. 6/6 for 5 and Trample. That's amazing. Plus, as an additional cost to cast green permanent spells, you may pay 2 life. Those spells cost a green less to cast if you paid life this way. So it makes all your green cards take less, provided you got the mana for it, right? But whenever you do cast a green permanent spell, you put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. This is going to get out of hand quickly. Luckily for you, not for your opponent. So here you got somebody with Negan's Bat there. You got the Workshop Warchief. He costs 5 and he's a 5/3 with Trample. Now for green, that's a little bit weird, right? The 5's nice, but the 3, that's kind of weird. Unfortunately, when he enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. So there you go. That's where the cost comes from. But even more so, when he dies, you create a 4/4 green rhino creature token. So this guy is essentially 2 creatures back to back. And his first ability is fantastic. Plus, you can blitz him if you really wanted to, which means that you can pay 6 mana to put him out with haste. And at the end of turn, he dies, but you do get to draw a card. But when he dies, then he puts out a 4/4 green rhino token. So blitzing really isn't that bad. So yeah, you'll put him out quickly. You'll get haste. You'll get 3 life. He goes in for the attack, dies immediately. You get a 4/4 green rhino, and you get to draw a card. It's Blitz. This is one situation I think Blitz is well worth it. Avabruck Caretaker. I think she's so good. I kind of wish there's no Celestis in here, so you don't get to control her transformation that quickly. But anyways, as she is, for 6, you get a 4/4 with Hexproof. This is one of those few Hexproof things out there. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you put 2 +1/+1 counters on another target creature you control, just ramping somebody else up like crazy. But if she werewolves out, then she's a 6/6 with Hexproof. And all other permanents you control have Hexproof, which is nuts. And then at the beginning of combat, you put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. She's the end game. Really, anything else. All your dudes just go nuts at that point. Plus, so if you mix Avabruck Caretaker in wolf form with Ulvenwald Oddity in behemoth form, then they would be like, +3 on the turn, and Trampley and Hasty. I mean, those two together is just an insane combination. Tolovar's Huntmaster costs you 6. He's a 6/6, and when he enters the battlefield, you create 2 2/2 green wolf tokens. And if he wolfs out, then whenever he enters the battlefield or attacks, you create the 2 2/2 green wolf tokens. So that's an insane amount of wolf tokens. Plus, he's got a built-in, fight capability. So you can, for 4 mana, you can make your wolf or your werewolf fight other creatures you don't control. And if you got the mana to put this guy out, that means you got at least, what is it, 6? That means you could do it at least once, probably twice per turn, because it's not tapping to do it either. All right, so then we move on to Titan of Industry, and he's got all these different abilities, and you get to pick 2 of them as he comes into the battlefield. And those are, he's always got Reach and Trample, and it's a 7/7 all by himself. But then as he comes into the battlefield, you can destroy target artifact or enchantment, destroy our target player gains 5 life, create a 4/4 green Rhino token, or put a shield counter on a creature you control. Any 2 of those. So yeah, that guy is a fantastic, like life-giving bomb to you. Horrible thing for your opponent. That's the way this whole deck is as we get past a certain level. It's all just like, I'm looking for land. I'm putting land out. Things are getting very dangerous. Suddenly it's not very happy. Oh my God, what's going on? Who are these people? And then they're dead. In the land category, we've got Kamigawa Blue, which does bouncing. We got 3 types of dual lands. No, just 1 type, or 2 type, I mean. We got the kind that's semi-fast, and we got the kind that is slow, but you gain 1 life every time it comes into play. So that's what we're playing with there. As you can see, this is definitely mid-rangey. It's doing the whole ramp, and provided you just don't get, like, I don't know, totally blocked by blue countering everything, you are just going to grow out of control, and hopefully no one's going to be able to wipe the board without you holding something back in your hand and growing into a nasty point immediately afterwards. So that's the deck. Let's take it out and see how well it works. We're playing against Volanstay. We got 4 mana, the ability to get more mana. Let's just keep it. All right, we can play something kind of slow. These things look very slow. All right, 2 is nothing. Yeah, I'm afraid we're a little behind the curve. We'll see what happens here. All right, 3 is going to get us into this, which will allow us to put out an additional. Let's see. We need all of the above, right? Let's just keep it. All right, we're going to put out the slow one. All right, 5 next turn can get us into a Defiler. I'm sure he's got to have some exiles in there. He's playing white. There we go, there's 1. All right, can we beat around it if we throw out a... Well, apparently not that. Let's go for... Relife and a bounce. All right, that's cool. Another. That's not going to help us out too much, is it? All right, so we got 11. He's got the ability to do 8. All I could do is pop this guy again, get ourselves a 3 life. Back up to 6. Okay, well, we have to kill one of the Jeweled Thieves. All right, come on, mana. Not mana. All right, so if we got to block dudes, what do we got? 6 mana. I get 2 more guys out. That's pretty much all I can do at this point. There's a treasure, no attacks. Yeah, at this point, we need to survive till the next round. Oh, we just got to pick our best guys here. Let's see. So we can go. And Loamspeaker gets us right there. Oh, I'm dead because the guy's a trample, isn't he? Oh, how did that not happen? All right, Titan of Industry. You're going to give me 5 life and another. Ooh, I guess I could have taken something back, couldn't I have? Just playing a little bit too defensively at the moment. All right, we're looking really good. Let's send in Smoke Monkey McSmoky Smoke. All right, 34 more points to go. There goes the Titan of Industry. And he's returning his life linkers to his hand. That's kind of a bad decision, I think. There's a Titan of Industry. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to disenchant and 5 life. Target enchantment is going to get us this guy and me 5. And guess who's coming back? Titan of Industry! Who's going to give me 5 and a destroy enchantment. We're going to take out this one and 5 life to me. And he's back, everyone. All right, all attack. There you go, Duffy Moon. Blockers. Something tells me he wants to wipe the board. Looks a lot like that. All right, here's an Ulvenwald Oddity. I require like 7 to make him do anything super awesome. Who will we take back? And it looks like Topiary Stomper. Plus, all attack. I think someone's going to get swole on the next turn, provided he doesn't die. Oh, no! I don't have anything to pull. Let's see what we got here. Eh. Activate an ability. All attack. Double fight rigging. Good for you. Yeah, that guy's gonna be what? 7, 8? Well, I gotta have a couple of wolves here that should help me out. All attack. Oh, we got him down to 1. I didn't realize this guy was going to attack with haste. It's the Oddity did it. That's your move, my friend. What are you going to get? You're going to pop back whatever you got underneath there, though. That's not good for me. Oh, they're all wiped out. That's not good. I got him down to 1. All right, let's kick ahead. I don't care about the other. Nope, we need creatures, so we need. There we go. Alright, someone's going for it. Oh, that's too bad. I guess someone's not going for it. Alright, someone is going for it. We're going to win! All attack! Victory! That was monumental. Our opponent against Mock Crush 6-1-2. 1, 2, 3. I like it. Keep it. I don't like that. You can shut up. I do not intend on sending that back to his hand. Alright, Loamspeaker. Alright, so there is 4 mana. I could play the Ulvenwald immediately. Go to Crazy Town on him. Let's do that. All attacks. And my guess would be that the Blood Harvester is going to sacrifice itself to go after the Ulvenwald. I'm not going to touch it. Yeah, he's going for it. Alright, so a blue is going to get us into a Jewel Thief. And we're good for the moment. No attack, Sergio. Pass the blockers. The 2 kind of tricks he's going to try to play. He just wants whatever this thing draws him a card. Alright, good for you. Ooh, he's flooding it out. All right, I'm going to send in just the Jeweled Thief. You could go for a 3-time split. There we are. Yeah, I need something better than that. Let's kick it. All right, Ulvenwald, and not you. Yeah, that one. Yep. All right, so it's going to take me, what, 4 plus another 7? What do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as it is. 8. There we go. Good job, Trampler. And he's back. I think we got this one. All right, so yeah, unless he's got some trick, I can't, he has no mana. I don't know what he's going to do. There we go. Winner, winner, victory dinner. All right, playing against Fee. Or should I say Fee? Invested in the all caps package, apparently. Keep. Yeah, that fight looks pretty good. Alright, just in case we pick up something blue along the way, we'll be prepared. Alright, I'm going to fight Rig. Let's see, does he try to cancel or counter that? He's got something instant need in his hand, though. Like that. And you just have to throw something right into the garbage. That was nice. Let's go, Joes! Feel like there's a bounce coming up. Eh, apparently not. Alright, so we need one more mana for the Huntmaster. What does he do? Just creates a... Let's see if he just goes for it. Willing to take the Ulvenwald? Apparently. One, two, three, four, 5 mana. Jewel Thief will give us a 6th. Topiary Stomper will give us a 7th. Someone doesn't like enchantments very well. Keep up the pressure. He's just going to go for it. All right, he's back up to 16. What is that, like a three life per turn? Alright, so wolves will just bounce off. I'm down to 8. Let's go ahead and pick a blue. Alright, so we're up to what? 6 mana, 7th one, and the Stomper's on his way. Alright, there's number 7. Anybody we want to bounce in particular? I can't see why. Next to combat, next to attackers. 1, 2, 3. There's a speed bump. There's a tit for tat. You giving it up? You gonna double up on the Huntmaster, possibly? $13 cards in your hand, huh? There we go. He's going for it. Let's see. Who do I really want to kill here? Bounce! Yeah, that sounds like fun. There's a Death Touch. It's the Death Touch. Yeah, Bite Down and Death Touch get along great. And we win! Victory! We're playing against Primeval. Primeval. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I like the ramp here. Mana, mana, mana. Alright, we're going to start off a little blue. Put the dragon to sleep. Alright, and that sucks. Gotta play the slow land. So he attacks and he draws a card. I guess we're okay with that. Alright, let's just set him back. Alright. All right, Topiary or this guy's going to get us a mana, which is good. And give us a nice threat to start off with. Where'd that guy come from? All right. So we have 5 now, which will get us a nice fight rigging. And we'll put a Titan of Industry under it. We'll get outside a Llanowar Loamspeaker. All attack. Trade? Want to trade? There he goes. Alright, we did not get a mana. So let's go ahead and just step up on the aggro. Gain ourselves a life. Let's pump that dude up. No blocks for me. Oh, that looks familiar. Let's take them. Alright, we are going to grab ourselves a Rhino and destroy an artifact for enchantment. It looks a lot like that. All attack. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Caretaker coming out in the next turn. Topiary Stomper can't do anything at this point. That's not good. I'm very excited. You need to pass the turn. Oh, are you going to bite down? Alright, did not get mana, but I can play this. Let's go ahead and send in some people. Yeah, 5, there you go. You too. Go. Nice. All right, so we're going to take at least 5, and he's going to draw a card and discard a card. But we've got super lethal showing. I just don't see what he's got in him. All right, we can double up. Yeah, sure, right there. We're going to say, we'll pop this, turn you into a creature. Next. 1, 2. Whatever. Move on Trampler. Take it out. Just in case. All attack. And there we go. Glorious, glorious victory. And once again, victory. Alright, so here we are with the Premium Mythic Simic deck. Calling this one Platinum Mythic. I always want to call it Premium. Platinum Mythic is selling it short. This deck is fantastic as far as being a super winner deck. Who was the hero of this particular deck? To me, the hero was Fight Rigging. Fight Rigging was because of the way that it takes in other cards, tucks it under, and then just surprises it at some point. That is fantastic. The thing is, this deck is full of heroes. Essentially, it's like mono green, right, with a nice ramp to it. But the blue definitely adds a lot. Return target creature or planeswalker, return target creature. And this one right here allows you to scry and then potentially put a land into play, ramping up. So yeah, that blue is definitely the spice that makes this mono green deck even better than what mono green deck would be otherwise. I really love bouncing from blue. I hate countering from blue. And this thing is loaded with bouncing. And so that is fantastic in my book. So let's go ahead and rate this thing up. The deal is, okay, is it competitive? Yes, 100% yes. This is a competitive deck. It just wins. I'm sure something can probably beat it, but I have yet to see that happen. This is definitely a competitive deck. Number 2, is this a fun deck? I did find it to be very fun. That's because I love the fight riggings, the rabble rousings. The hideaway mechanic is something I love just because of that surprise factor. I love the fact that you can put out strong creatures that immediately have 7, or like maybe are 6, and you can just throw one on there and immediately get that ability out of it. Fantastic. This one even had Death Touch in it. I mean, that is so choice. I would highly recommend you pick one up if you have the means. And then Avabruck Caretaker. That's one of my secret loves right there. I always think she's way too expensive, but you know what? In this deck, she's not. The only thing that's good, it's bad, is that there's only one in here. But it's like, who are you going to take out? Because everything else is so good. This is one of those rare times where you can actually pay the transform cost for the Ulvenwald Oddity, right? And then that was so incredibly cool. I didn't realize, because I don't read anything, that it gives all of your other creatures trample and haste. So, man, that was fantastic. So, yes, totally fun. Lastly, is this deck interesting? And you know what? I'm going to say yes, it is. Because you do have the ability to bounce things back, because you have the ability to play fight rigging and sort of stage things a little bit, you are playing some tricksy stuff. I did appreciate it from an interesting standpoint. Was there any new cards in here? I mean, I haven't personally played with Inventive Iteration. I still haven't. We never got it out in this deck at all in the times I played with it. But that was kind of new. I've never played with the Deathbloom Gardener before, but I mean, it's pretty mundane. It's just a mana elf with Death Touch. Yeah, and I guess the Tovar's Huntmaster, I'm not sure if I've played with it before. I've definitely been playing against it a little bit recently. It was really nice that you get out a 6/6 and 2 2/2s. That's pretty insane. Plus, he can potentially wolf out. And then whenever it attacks, you create 2 green wolf tokens. And another target wolf or werewolf control fights. And I mean, my God, Tolvar's Pack Leader is an insane card if you have the mana for it, right? So, and this deck seems to do perfectly good with big mana, baby. So anyways, I'm going to give this deck an A+. I think it's a fantastic deck. Tons of fun. And exactly the kind of stuff you would want to see from a fist-throwing Simic deck. You know, it's not super tricksy like the clone decks or the slam decks or the ooze deck, but it's got a few tricks in it. But the green muscle is just so nice. So if you so choose to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much fun as I did. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.